right, guys, at it again. Every day it's snowing, it seems. We're about borderline on this. What I'm gonna do is so basically this storm is really more to the south of us, but we got clipped. There's about almost 2 inches. We're almost out of the trigger. We're not quite there yet. There's been a lot of little plows lately, so you know, I feel bad, but I think I'm gonna end up hitting everybody. But I'm gonna let this is going to go another few hours, which is flurries. So I'm kind of caught in that in between, like, do I try and get everybody plowed out before they wake up? It's 8 o'clock on a Saturday right now. Toby Keith's-on, rest in peace. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm actually completely out of rock salt that I use for the customers and would need today anyway. So I'm gonna kill some time and go over. You can see this is like a county road. There's, you know, it's all right. It's a little slick. There's some snow in the middle in spots. You know, and then right here it's just wet. And then you can see there's like icy slush in the middle. So road conditions aren't horrible. But you know, people are out shoveling. I do see other snow contractors out on the roads, which means that yours truly, I guess, will be out plowing. We're, like I said before, we're close to the trigger. We're not really there yet, and I don't want to get into like measurement fights with people. But you could see, like, this is like a side road, and they're, you know, side roads are still covered, so it's not great. The main roads are black. Side roads are covered. I'm going to grab bag salt. I only salt using bag salt. All my driveways, I wouldn't say are small, but I don't have enough salting clients to make it worth the investment in a salter. If I had more money, I probably would invest and then try and market more salting, but I don't want to market too much if I don't have the equipment for it. But you don't have the equipment for it. It's a whole, like, it's one of those kinds of deals. I also don't like the idea of my whole truck bed being useless. I don't have the equipment to take one of these things on and off 100 times. So, or I don't know. I do have. I guess I could throw a trailer on if I ever needed a truck bed. But slowing down just fine. So the salt is working. Temperatures are 28 degrees, not too bad. But I don't know if it's coming up on camera. It is, snow is still coming down. So I will, I'm gonna grab this salt. I might stop and shovel, or plow out / shovel one or two of my clients on the way. I don't know, but then you're caught in this hard place of, it says it's gonna snow another ½ inch or so. That'll definitely put us over the trigger, which is good. That's what you want. But then you also want to have people plow, and that's not going to happen for, you know, through lunch. So, you know, then it looks like you're not plowing people out in time. So these are the things the plow guys are kind of caught between. You know, we're not always like on vacation or whatever. It's Conic State Parkway there. You know, we're always trying to help everybody. But that's just, yeah, these side roads look like shit. Actually, I am going to end up plowing everybody out. I was on the fence, and I think I've come to the realization, not the realization, but the conclusion that it's happening. There's another side road where it's, you could say it's starting to get more dicey here. This is the main road, and there's stuff in the middle. It's not showing, but the surface underneath is icy. And you know, so we gotta slow it back down here. And then unfortunately, one downside of all these main roads here is there's just ditches everywhere, like off to the side of the road. The road is snow covered now, so you can't see it, but between the road and that fence right there, that drops down a lot. One of these things where there's a hidden ditch, which just sucks, because if you slide just a tiny bit, you're hosed, and there's really nothing you can do. We're coming up to a point where I thought that guy was going to come out of me. We're coming up to a point where there's always cars off the road. Right here, this curve here, they always drop a little extra salt. So you want to take it extra slow here. But yeah, 28 degrees, snow coming down. Snow's gonna be a little pesky and stick with us through last time I looked, it was like 2:30 that you have to do it. So originally they said we weren't supposed to get much of anything, a half an inch at most, and it was going to be out of here by 8. Fast forward to clearly pretty much getting to that 2-inch trigger. If not, we'll get there in the next couple hours or two, and we'll be out plowing, and the snow's gonna linger on for the better part of the day. But you're just also in this, I kind of said it before, but if you wait till the end, till you're definitely over that 2-inch mark, like you don't get everybody out right away. But then the downside is if you do it now, you never get that driveway 100% with the plow scrape. At least the driveways here, none of them are like perfect where you're scraping down to 100% blacktop. And then and then another they say another half inch to inch could fall. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna leave it, you're gonna plow it at 1.5 to 2 inches, then leave an inch on it, or you're gonna go back out and try and plow an inch. So these are the conundrums we face here. But again, just be safe, everybody. Go get them. All right, conditions much of the same out here. Main roads are clear. Side roads are still sketch. We're approaching the 2-inch trigger mark. I just made a run to Tractor Supply. That's where I get my salt. It was completely out of rock salt with the last storm, and obviously need it today. I really don't like doing that. Like letting myself get so low, but it's just sometimes it's just how it works out. You're so busy, and snow falls, and you gotta deal with it. So I bought 20 bags. That should get me through the remainder of the season. They were $8.99 for 50-pound bags. They were $7.49 before. So that kind of sucks. But the guy was nice. He because I told him, because they're outside, and he was trying to find it in the system. He's like, I don't have any for $7.49, and I told him I'd run out and take a picture, and then of course, you see the big sign $7.49 in front of the rock salt, and it's the wrong product. But he ended up just taking. It wasn't the full. It was basic. Yeah, it wasn't the full price, but he took 10% off, which would have brought the bags to under $8. So not quite the $7.49 price, but whatever. So it ended up being, it ended up being fine. I spread them for $24.50 a bag. It's not the biggest cash cow, because you figure, let's just figure $25 minus 8 was the original math. or 24s, 50, whatever. But I don't make too much on them. But the fact is that it's there. It doesn't take. I could make over over $10 a bag when I apply them, and it doesn't take me long at all to apply them. But like an idiot, I left the house. I did not take, I don't know why I didn't take my plowing clipboard. I also don't know why I even put them away. I should just keep them in the truck bed. But did not take any snow shovels, because I do shovel a couple of properties. And of course, the properties that I shovel are the ones that are closest to Tractor Supply and where I am now. So I would have loved to just knock those out while I'm somewhat over here, but that's never the way it works. But it's okay. We'll end up just, I'll switch the route a little bit. I'll change it up, but I'm coming to my, I guess the first one I'm doing. This one's normally like middle of the route, but we're just gonna have to kind of adapt and change things up and go from there. But we're arriving on scene. No cars in the driveway. Very nice. And not really enough to plow.
要带，比我们抓了会淘汰。咱们会坐在下对着你 no no no。We gon' make it one day, we got nothing to lose。我们拥有说唱 DNA，不能被俘。